Sonic 3D Blast was released for the Sega Genesis in November of 1996 and represents the final Sonic game to grace this classic system. It is a dramatic departure from the main side-scrolling series, featuring an isometric viewpoint utilizing sprites to simulate a 3D environment. Graphically, it's kind of great. The levels themselves are oozing with colors and feature a tremendous amount of detail. Matching the excellent stages are the enemies. All of them are well animated and with plenty of detail, and really help sell the pseudo 3D look. Sonic himself looks well enough, if not a tad too shiny for my tastes. Previous Sonic titles referenced Eggman turning local critters into robots. When you broke a robot, the freed animal would escape, and that would be it. They would run off the stage. In Sonic 3D Blast, these animals are given a name, and the whole focus of the game is to collect and return these flickies in order to progress through the stages. You must search each act and destroy all 5 of Eggman's robots to release these flickies, and then walk near them to collect them. The flicky will then follow you around until you or it are hit by an enemy or other obstacle. If hit, you must chase the flicky down and recollect it. After collecting 5, you then bring them to a warp ring. You can then progress to the next section of the act. The early acts have just 2 sections, but later acts have 3 sections total. This is where Sonic 3D Blast really departs from its roots. Past Sonic games placed the emphasis on speed. Sonic 3D Blast places the emphasis on exploring. You cannot progress through the section without finding the 5 enemies and capturing each flicky. This slows game pace down to a crawl, with some acts taking 8 minutes or more to complete. This footage represents my 3rd playthrough, and it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes to reach the final boss. The controls are a bit slippery, making precise movements difficult. Some enemies also fly, and combined with the isometric viewpoint, make hitting an enemy in the air troublesome. However, the worst part of the controls is the jumping. Walking isn't perfect in Sonic 3D Blast. Jumping over a pit onto a small moving platform is damn near impossible. While there are only a few areas on the game that require precise jumping, they are enough to ruin the already lackluster experience. There is a bright spot to the gameplay, and that is the boss battles. The open arenas lend itself well to the loose controls and let Sonic run at full speed. Dr. Robotnik features his usual Eggmobile with add-ons to try and destroy the blue blur, and most are satisfying to learn the attack patterns and defeat. After a few playthroughs, I started to really appreciate how well the developers converted the Sonic universe into an isometric perspective. While the early levels are mostly big open areas, the latter levels are more linear and therefore much more enjoyable. In general, you really do feel like you are exploring 3D space. As with most Sonic games, to receive the proper ending, you must gather all 7 Chaos Emeralds. After collecting 50 rings, you need to find a hidden Tails or Knuckles to be whisked away to a bonus game and attempt to earn a Chaos Emerald. The bonus game is a technical showpiece, closely resembling the scaling effects found on Super Nintendo titles. The stages are also absurdly easy, and getting 7 Chaos Emeralds is a cakewalk. The real bright spot to Sonic 3D Blast is the outstanding soundtrack. While many developers failed to take advantage of the sound hardware in the Genesis, settling for the poor development kit code, Sega was one of the few that could really make the Genesis sing. The compositions are excellent, and the quality of the instruments is quite remarkable. The tracks are so good, a few tracks were remixed and used in Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. Not bad. Sonic 3D Blast does manage to capture the spirit of Sonic in the universe he presides in. The levels follow the typical pattern in Sonic games, with breathtaking outdoor environments. All of the sound effects are here as well, including the classic jumping noise, the chime when you collect a ring, as well as the Sonic Got Through an Act jingle. Initially, I found myself torn. If the game didn't feature Sonic, I probably wouldn't have played it. There isn't much appeal to an isometric collectathon. On the other hand, if it wasn't a Sonic game, I would have found the pace more acceptable. However, the more I played it, the more it grew on me. Overall, Sonic 3D Blast is an above-average game with slick visuals that have aged well, and a soundtrack that alone is worth the price of entry. While Sonic 3D Blast is not 3D and not quite a blast, it's still a worthwhile adventure for both Sonic fans and fans of 16-bit platformers alike.